Today's gonna be a nice day, and we're gonna go ahead and harvest some stuff. Here are the potatoes. We're not gonna harvest the potatoes yet, but they're doing good. I mean, they're kind of overgrown, that 50-gallon container. The peas are coming back, or the beans are coming back. You know, they've been ravaged by a some sort of gopher or rabbit. But anyways, and then the basil is doing great. It's looking real healthy. Just got to come through and deadhead it. But anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to start harvesting some stuff. Mainly our onions. They're starting to head out, and I don't believe they're really going to get any bigger. They're kind of getting close to being root locked with these containers. And what we're going to do is pull all these out, and then we're going to decide what we're going to replace in these containers, because you know it's still the beginning of July, so we have about another we've got July and August and even September, because it's still pretty warm here in September, so we'll have some good cold crops. But the carrots aren't ready yet. The carrots will probably be pulled up in a week or so, but they're pretty close, because you can see down there that they're starting to round up a little bit, so they're probably pretty stinking close to being picked, because the dirt's not very deep in here. So we're gonna get to picking the onions and seeing how much we got. So when doing all this stuff, it's really nice to have a good range of garden tools. I have a few different types of shears. I have some really good shears right here, and these actually aren't meant for gardening. They're industrial shears you can get in the hardware department at Home Depot, but they have a nice stainless steel spring in it. They're not going to rust. Very strong. If you want to get into some thin areas, I got these shears. These are actually from Dollar Tree, and they're nice. They have a really nice spring and everything on them. They're on stainless steel. They probably won't hold an edge for a whole year, but just a little bit of maintenance will be all right. And this is another one that we have. These are other shears. They come to a point. Pretty good spring, but these give me a hard time sometimes. And these were almost $10. So, then you got your gloves, got your cultivator, but I found my wife's Hori knife. I got this for her, I think last year, for her birthday, but it's a multi-purpose tool, gardening tool. It's a shovel, a ruler, and you can also cut things with it. So it's a pretty well versatile harvesting tool. That's what I'm going to be using with these onions to help wedge them out a little bit. So alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting this done, and then we'll see how much we got left, or how much we got out. Look at them pretty onions. Alright, you know, I ended up, I decided to harvest my kohlrabi, just because there are a lot of caterpillars in here. I didn't really notice them. I knew something was eating them, but I didn't know the caterpillars were in there, and I started pulling them up, and they were just loads. So I've got probably like a full cup full of caterpillars I'm gonna go feed out to the chickens. But anyways, these are all empty. I'm gonna go ahead and start harvesting my carrots. These are smaller carrots, so they're not gonna be too big, but go ahead and harvest these. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put beans in their place or carrots, because between these carrots, the carrots that are in the bed back there, as long as they have plenty of time to grow, I should be alright. But while I'm harvesting all this stuff is when I'm going to decide whether or not I want to replace these with carrots or beans. So, so here are the kohlrabi. That's a full basket. It's like a 3-gallon basket right there, full of kohlrabi, and they're pretty good size. That's how big they are. So we'll start skinning them, cutting them, and freezing them. They'll make a good roast. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna start going harvest these and get back at you. Well, I pulled so many carrots out that this whole container here, this is usually those bins that you get a lot of apples and everything in. But anyways, that's completely packed with carrots, and I had to put 2 buckets full of carrots in here, so it's a lot of carrots. Alright, well, grand total is 9 pounds or 9.5 pounds of onions, 6 pounds of carrots, and this here is coming up as 10 pounds with the kohlrabi, but I'm gonna say it's probably more like 5 to 6 once we get all the leaves off and everything. But this is a great harvest. Isn't that nice? And we're halfway through the season, and so everything that I pulled up here, I'm gonna go ahead and just replant some quick food, and whether it's gonna be radishes, beans, or whatever, and we'll see what we get from that. So, and just a reminder, this is all 100% organic, never used a synthetic chemical. There are 0 pesticides. As you can see, the leaves have been kind of ravaged by caterpillars. And then I kind of learned a lesson. I didn't think I would need to. Not all of them look this way, but they're a decent size. But I never thinned out my carrots in these containers, so they're a little smaller, and a lot of them had grown in around each other, so you had some nice corkscrews here. So, but the onions are good size. I'm going to go ahead and clean all these up, chop them in half, and then I'm going to use my Vidalia slap chopper and chop them all in small little pieces. And then just freeze them, and then we'll have onions for probably about 6 months, if not just to frozen stuff. And then Anna still has a half of a garden bed full of her onions, so we're probably going to have quite a bit of onions this year. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up button, leave your comments below, and of course, stay tuned for more.